Well, hello there, Capricorn. How are you? It is always so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are taking a look at what the end of July has in store for you. So let's jump into it. Let's see what is on the horizon for you. Wombat Spirit, be at home. Okay, Virgo energy here, and Wandering Path. I feel like, okay, the Wandering Path, it says enjoy the journey. This is about not being too rigid in how you think the journey should go. Okay, so this is the energy of wanting, desiring something, going towards something in your life, right? Whether that is, a dream, a new job, a new career, retiring, right? A new love interest, a new home, a traveling, whatever it is, it's allowing yourself to enjoy the journey of getting there instead of hyper focusing, okay, on the destination. Because there's something here about really allowing your intuition to guide you and not being too rigid in how you think it's going to come out. They're reminding me when I was a teacher, the kids would really start counting down about a month before school was out, right? And then they'd be counting down how many more days till summer vacation, right? It's kind of like if we're focusing so much on that last day of school, then are we also focusing on enjoying time with our friends, right? Making memories with the people that we've been with for the last 8 or 9 months, right? Allowing ourselves to recognize that there's a lot to be gained, even if we're close to the destination. It's kind of like allowing yourself to enjoy the process of how it comes about. Yeah, enthusiasm, right? And being excited about this and not being too rigid and thinking it has to play out a certain way. It's kind of like, I feel like you have a map here, right? There's like a map. And, here's the fox looking at the map. And it's kind of like, no, it has to happen this way. I feel like you're being perhaps just asking yourself, are you being perhaps just a tad bit stubborn in thinking something has to go a certain way, especially with this Virgo energy, okay? Because Virgo can be, the shadow side of Virgo can be, over analyzing or wanting something to be perfect. There's something messy about something that you're trying to maneuver through. Yeah, conflict, right? There's something messy here. Yeah, you're going to be successful. I feel like you're reaching your destination, but it's not coming in the way that you thought it would. And that's what you're fighting. It's kind of like allowing things to play out the way that they need to. Your spirit guides and angels are here. They're like, be grateful. This could even be, because Uranus just moved into Gemini, this could be something unexpected, okay, that comes out of the blue. And you're kind of like, oh, this has completely goofed up my plan. And what you don't see is that it's really a blessing in disguise, because there's like, I feel like there's a shorter way for you to get to your destination. Yeah, you have, wow, this is beautiful. You're manifesting. You are getting what it is that you want, Capricorn. It's not going to come in the way that you think it is. So allowing yourself to let go of that, because by holding on to thinking it has to happen a certain way, what's occurring is you're resisting the manifestation of what it is that you're truly desiring. It's just not going to come in. Yeah, I feel like, look at this. 9 of Cups. You're getting what you want. I feel like for some of you, it has something to do, I'm going to say, with money. I feel like it has something to do with money and maybe your job, okay? Or your career, or your financial stability. You're feeling like it's not turning out. Here you are, King of Pentacles. You're wanting to build your treasure. Okay? You're wanting, maybe this is you're trying to save a down payment for a new house, or you're trying to get a promotion, or you're trying to get a new job. Maybe you're trying to retire. Okay, there's some transit, something that you have your hopes set on. Maybe you're saving up for something, a large purchase. And the conflict could even be the economy, or the business that you work at, that you're wanting a promotion, right? So that you can make some more money, suddenly says, we're not promoting anybody. In fact, we're laying people off. And it's kind of like, oh no, this is goofing up my plan. I have my map. I have my plan. And Spirit's saying, we got you, Capricorn. You're okay. We got you. You're going to get what you want. It's just going to come in a different way than you thought. Yeah. Allowing yourself to break free. You're holding yourself hostage. You also have the Ten of Wands. You're holding yourself hostage. This could have something to do with the ending of a marriage, the ending of, some type of a family unit, okay, for one reason or another. It could be the ending of a job, the ending of a career. Once again, perhaps retiring, but maybe retiring earlier than you thought, okay? Or maybe you're fearful you'll have to work longer than you wanted to. You're allowing yourself to get caught up in the drama. I'm going to say the drama and the trauma of some kind of conflict, okay? Something that's popping up. Uranus is bringing something in, unexpected. And you're looking at it more as a tower than actually as something that is going to help you to acquire what it is that you've been trying to manifest in a much quicker way. It's you have the Knight of Swords. It's taking you right to your final destination. I feel like you're fighting it, Capricorn. I feel like you're fighting it because this is what you're wanting. Wheel of Fortune, okay? Phoenix Rising card, the new beginning, right? The new job, the new promotion, the new home, the new car, the new retirement, whatever it is. It's kind of like, okay, I want this to happen for me. And I feel like you've been working really hard towards it, right? Perhaps saving up your pennies. Look at this on here, saving up all your little pennies in order to acquire what it is that you are desiring. And now there's a monkey wrench. So let's see what we have here. Yeah. For some of you, this could have something to do with somebody else in your life. So you could have been trying to save up to buy something, and then another person in your life suddenly has some type of a personal issue in their life, right, that affects their finances, and then they're kind of like, well, wait a minute, Capricorn, I need your help. And you're like, well, but wait a minute, I'm getting really close to what it is that I'm desiring myself. And this could be somebody that kind of always shows up, right? Just when you're about to cross the finish line, this person shows up, or the monkey wrench occurs. And I feel as though this is somebody that maybe manipulates you with love. It's about allowing yourself to say, what am I trying to manifest for myself? Two of Cups is loving ourselves enough to put ourselves first, and to be, generous with others, but not overly generous, to prevent ourselves from acquiring what it is our heart desires. There's something here where you may be working on your relationship with money and love, right? Is it, somebody's value or love? Do you feel like love and money are somehow attached? If you really loved me, if you really appreciated me, right? Even at work, if you really appreciated me, you would pay me, right? True, but it's kind of like allowing yourself to recognize, is there somebody in your life that is kind of mirroring this to you at this time? Because I feel like when you're strong and you allow yourself to step into your power and stay focused on what it is that you desire, but also at the same time are flexible enough for the universe to help you to bring it in a different way. It doesn't have to come in the way that you want it to. Let's see what this is, because I feel like there's a monkey wrench here. That's all I can say. It's the energy of a monkey wrench. And I'm trying to figure out, let's clarify the conflict. Is it internal? Is this monkey wrench internal? Like, I don't know about you, Capricorn, but sometimes, okay, when I get really close to finishing a project, it's almost like, now I'm an air sign, but it's almost like my mind is kind of like, well, wait a minute, this project's almost over. Like, if this project's really over, then what am I going to do? It's almost like I get totally flustered and resist finishing it because I've put so much time and energy into it. So I'm kind of wondering, is that the same thing that's happening to you, or is this monkey wrench really something external? Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I feel like there's something about you not wanting to drop the burden, because you have the 10 of Wands in reverse, right? 10 of Wands upright is allowing yourself to celebrate the burden's over, right? Something is there is this energy of something, a load is being lifted from your shoulders, but it's almost like you don't want it to be lifted because you're identifying yourself with the burden. 5 of Cups, right? Empress energy, strength card, right? I love this. You can be strong. You can create the life that you really desire, but it's almost like you have this internal, it's kind of like when I get close to finishing a project, right? It's kind of like, I almost get like ants in my pants and I can't focus enough to get it done. Maybe you're wondering so much. It's allowing yourself to say, no, wait a minute. I've been manifesting. I've been working on this. But understanding that maybe you have been so focused on how difficult this last cycle has been, or so difficult and how long it's taken you to get to the promotion, or maybe you're graduating from some type of a program or college or something like that, and you're identifying with the burden, the hard work that you've had to put into this, and therefore you're almost like resisting it. You're literally manifesting reasons to not step into the new chapter. It would be kind of like being in college and then being fearful of going out into the real world, right? So then all of a sudden you say, well, wait a minute, I want to get a minor. You've already earned your major. You can graduate. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, no, wait a minute. I want to get a minor, or I want to go for a grad degree, right? I don't want to drop the burden that I'm in, the cycle that I'm in. I want to stay in it. Or it could be, maybe you're wanting that promotion, and yet at the same time, it's kind of like you've identified as not being able to get the promotion for so long, right? That it's kind of like, well, what's going to happen when I get the promotion? Like, who am I then? Or you're retiring, right? I've had the burden of having to go to work 9 to 5 all these years. I've worked my whole life in order to retire. Here it is. It's upon me. And it's kind of like, well, maybe I'll go out and make a big purchase so that I have to keep working in order to pay for that purchase. It's like almost like not allowing yourself to go to the next cycle. And the next cycle is here. It is obviously here for you. You're a little bit anxious about it. And I think it's because of something, being kind of gentle with yourself. It means that you are changing your identity, right? It could mean that you're literally, okay, if all your friends are only at work and you're getting ready to retire, that kind of happened to me a little bit when I had to retire. It was from teaching. It was kind of like all of a sudden, okay, like my whole social circle was gone in a way because all my friends were teachers, right? And then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, I don't have anybody that kind of knows the non-teacher me. It's allowing yourself to say, it's okay, I'm entering a new cycle, being kind of gentle with yourself, but recognizing you are acquiring what you want. I feel like it's almost like bittersweet. I think that that's what it is. It's bittersweet. The other thing that could be happening is that somebody else in your life is moving on to a new stage, right? And so it's kind of like you're understanding that that means that your stage with them is over. Say, for instance, you're divorced and your ex is getting married, right? It's kind of like, oh, okay, they're getting married. That means there's no way we're getting back together. You know, something here is bittersweet. It's changing who you are. It's changing who you perceive yourself. I feel like a little bit of your own identity. And it's okay. It's spirit is here for you, right? You're not in this alone. And it's allowing yourself, if you're not sure what the next chapter is, it's about allowing yourself, you know, maybe you've been living by a plan for so long, all of a sudden you're thrown into a new cycle that doesn't have such quite definition to it. And that it can be kind of anxiety. So it's allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm just going to allow myself to step into this new chapter and I'll figure it out as I go, right? Being kind and gentle to yourself until you start attracting in new people or new situations that are in alignment with this new chapter. Wow, beautiful, Capricorn. It really does kind of remind me of when I retired and all of a sudden I was like, I retired literally almost on a whim during the pandemic. I was given the opportunity and I took it, right? And it was years before I was really going to retire. And then all of a sudden I was sitting there going, okay, now what? What am I going to do now? It was a blessing in disguise, right? At the time, it was so scary. It was a blessing in disguise. Definitely was. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Capricorn, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Am I letting fear stop me? Yes. So we can either choose from love or fear. There's only two ways to see it. Asking yourself, are you choosing for love for yourself? Love for who you are wanting to become, not allowing fear to stop you, right? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. So interesting because we have the yang energy here, right? Taking action. Allowing yourself to not let your fear stop you. Having the courage to face your fear and to move forward into this new chapter that you are wanting, that you have been desiring, I think, for some time. You've been working hard for it. But it's kind of like, you know, I want to put on the brakes and think about this before I cross the finish line. Could be for some of you, maybe you're getting married, right? You're all of a sudden feeling cold feet. Like, wait a minute, do I want to do this? It's allowing yourself to say, okay, I'm going to face those fears. Allow yourself to write down on your fears, right? What's the worst case scenario? Allowing yourself to be enthusiastic about this next chapter, because this next chapter is a great chapter for you. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light. Thank you so much for all your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.